Have you ever found yourself waking up in the middle of the night, eyes suddenly open, the room wrapped in darkness, and the digital clock glowing 3 a.m.? Everything around you is still. No traffic, no voices, no movement, just silence and your own thoughts. You might lie there wondering, why am I awake again? Why can't I sleep like I used to? If this has happened to you, take a slow breath. You're not alone in this experience, and nothing about it makes you broken or weak. As we grow older, our bodies change in quiet and subtle ways. One of those changes is in a hormone called melatonin, the natural messenger that once guided you gently into deep, steady sleep. When you were younger, melatonin flowed through your body each night like a calm river, keeping you resting peacefully until morning. But with age, that river becomes a little shallower. By the early hours of the morning, around 2 or 3 a.m., there may no longer be enough of that soothing signal to keep you asleep. So you wake, not because you did anything wrong, but because your body is adapting to time. Even a small light under the door or the soft glow of a clock can make this lighter sleep more fragile. It can feel frustrating, but it's simply biology shifting with age. Your inner clock is changing too. You may notice that you start feeling tired earlier in the evening now. Your eyelids grow heavy during a late movie. You climb into bed sooner than you once did. And if you fall asleep earlier, your body may naturally complete its sleep earlier too. When you open your eyes at 3 a.m. feeling surprisingly alert, it may seem strange. The world is still asleep, yet you feel ready to start the day. This isn't necessarily insomnia. It's your internal rhythm, gently moving forward, quietly rewriting your schedule without asking permission. It can feel confusing, even lonely, to be awake while the world sleeps. But it's simply another sign of your body's evolving rhythm. Sometimes, your body wakes you because it needs attention. A stiff shoulder after lying still too long, a knee that aches, a bladder that calls you to the bathroom, a little heartburn, a dry mouth, a muscle that cramps for just a moment. These small discomforts can become louder in the stillness of night. Once you move, once you stand up and walk, your body may slip into wakefulness more easily than it once did. And if you take medications, they may quietly influence your sleep too, changing hydration, body temperature, or sensitivity. These interruptions can feel annoying, but in truth, they are your body communicating, whispering, saying, "Care for me a little differently now." Daily habits also shape your nights more than you might realize. Perhaps you eat dinner earlier now. Perhaps your evenings are quieter. Perhaps you rest in a chair before bed or take a small nap in the late afternoon. Maybe you don't move as much during the day as you once did. Slowly, gently, these patterns teach your body that night begins earlier. And when night begins earlier, morning comes earlier too. One day you notice you're waking at 3 a.m. and it feels sudden. But in reality, it has been building quietly for months or years. And then there is the mind, the heart, the part of you that carries every memory, every joy, every loss, every story. At 3 a.m., the world is silent enough for those stories to rise. You may think of people you've loved, paths you've taken, moments that shaped you, worries about health, hopes for children or grandchildren, a soft ache of loneliness, or simply a quiet reflection on how quickly time has moved. It may not feel like anxiety, just a gentle stirring of thoughts that had no space during the busy day. In those moments, you're not just awake, you're deeply human, listening to the inner voice that daytime noise usually drowns out. So if you wake at 3 a.m., try not to greet it with frustration. Instead, greet it with understanding. Your body is changing its chemistry, your inner clock is shifting, your physical needs are asking for care, your daily rhythms are guiding your nights, and your heart is speaking in the only quiet hours it can find. You are not failing at sleep. You are moving through time, adapting, evolving. And when you understand that, something softens inside. Because instead of fighting your body, you begin to walk alongside it, with patience, with compassion, and with the deep wisdom that comes from a life fully lived.